Joining me is former Hereford United striker Peter Heritage. Peter, thanks for joining us. The wing commander is here. February 91, you joined us initially on loan from Gillingham. Why did you decide to make the move from the east all the way over to the west?
At the time, I got into football late, and I was playing in the first team in Gillingham, doing very well. But obviously, even in those days, Gillingham had just signed David Crown, who was a recognised, prolific goal scorer in the Division 4 at that time for Southend. And to be fair, I got a fair crack of the whip and was doing okay. But as the season was progressing, obviously, David, not the first choice, but it became sort of apparent. He was a big signing, and he started playing. I tried, and I was all right. I was starting to be substitute quite a lot, and obviously, just like everyone, you just want to play football. I spoke to the Gillingham manager at the time, Damien Richardson, told him, my thoughts, which was difficult because it was all a little bit new to me. This is the first time that the football really was a job for me. There was no such thing as agent. Well, there was at that time, but not for me. And I just said that I'd like to play regular. The chance come to go out on loan to Hereford, and I took him up on that. And from the moment I arrived at Hereford, it felt right. Everything felt right about the place, and I just enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it, through my time there. And as it progressed, Hereford put an offer in to Gillingham for my services, and I accepted, and that was it. I decided to up sticks and move to Hereford.
It was Colin Addison that signed you, but it was John Sillett that brought the best out of you. You speak highly of John Sillett on the Facebook group. What was he like as a manager?
Oh, fantastic. A long time ago, when I was my non-league days, I played under John's brother Peter at Hastings United. And talk about chalk and cheese. Peter was very laid back, but was good. But John was the type of manager. I had a chap that I still meet up with regularly now, who used to manage me again at non-league level called Jack Dalton. And Jack was very forthright, told you how it was, and to be honest, it was a little bit like John was. He told it how it was, and just had that total respect for him, the air of him, how he was, and I used to have lots of conversations with him, not just about football, but about everything that was going on, and I hit it off. I really enjoyed it. It was just his demeanour, everything about him was fantastic, and his love for football was brilliant. I used to joke with him, funny enough, that when we was going, we had a few dodgy results, but I used to joke to him, well, I kept your brother Peter in the job a few years ago, so I'm sure I can do it for you as well. But that's how it was. We had a great relationship, but it never overstepped the mark. You knew where you stood with him. The great thing he told me, and we had many conversations, and all the others lads would tell him, if we played on a Saturday, he used to not say too much after the game. You knew if you hadn't played well and he wasn't in a great mood, he would leave it. And he wouldn't do his team talk until the Monday after, when everyone had calmed down, and he used to give you a mark out of 10. And one thing he didn't like, you had to give 100%. You might not pass it great, but you can't stop running. You had to try. And I always took that into the game anyway. And it was everything, just like I keep saying, it was everything about him. The way, everything he said to you, it made sense. He just put it how it was, didn't overcomplicate things, and that was it. And he was just a terrific person to be around. The club was terrific, and he loved Hereford. He loved it.
Watching the videos of that era, you seem to gel well with Simon Brain, your strike partner. What was he like?
A nightmare. No, Rob, I shouldn't say that. He was fantastic. He was, it's funny. It's this little big striker, small striker syndrome. And to be fair, I think Brainy probably made more goals for me than I did for him. But he was really sharp, sharp in the box, finished everything. If he had a chance, he'd put it away. And again, a lovely chap. That whole team was just brilliant to be around. It was fantastic. And Simon was a big part of that. He was a big part of that. He was probably one of the more quieter characters, but just got on with it. No fuss, scored his goals, and that was it. Fantastic. And he's a great lad as well.
We had a great start to the season. We were top of the league by September, but we fell away. Why do you think that was?
It's hard to say, because we were flying. We just had a dip in form and couldn't quite get it back. I mean, when we went top, I think everyone thought, hello, we're on to something here. And we faded away, Matt, and I don't know why it was. I'm not sure the reason for it, because there was no change in effort. Everything was exactly the same, but we just dipped in form, and I think that affected us a little bit. I can't put my finger on it, because it was a good dressing room. It was a fantastic dressing room.
We had a great run in the FA Cup. We reached the fourth round, played Nottingham Forest. What was it like pitting your wits against the likes of Roy Keane and Teddy Sheringham?
Well, there's a few stories there. The whole weekend was brilliant. We stayed up, I think, in the East Midlands at a hotel. We went training at Coventry City's training ground on a Saturday, because I remember the game was on a Sunday. And that was great. George Curtis was there. But I remember I had the pitch at the time was quite frozen, and I only had a screw in studs, and I actually got given a pair of football boots by the Coventry kit man to use or to take. But the day up there, when we travelled up on the coach, as we pulled into the city ground, I got them actually singing Robin Hood, riding through the glen. And it was a great occasion for us. And I think, if I remember, we weren't due to be televised that day, but I think the other game was on, the FA Cup game was in Dell. So it could have been that we were going to go live on the telly. Unfortunately, it didn't. We remember walking into the dressing room and walking out onto the pitch, which was fantastic. Brian Clough come out. I remember him walking up to Woody, Steve Devine, and I think he knew him from his previous club, and just went up to him and said, Woody, are you playing today? And he literally turned around and said, I'm not sure, boss. And with that, Brian Clough kicked him and said, that's just in case you are. I don't think they quite... We played all right that day, actually. And I remember Derek Hall running alongside Roy Keane, and it was a tackle. And Dale done his normal, got stuck into Roy Keane. Roy Keane turned around and said, you can't do that, you don't know who I am. And Dale just swore at him and said, I don't care who you are. He said, I'm going to kick you. And it was stuff like that. That was the whole set up of the club. We fought for each other. It was such a great occasion to play against such good players that have gone on and made a good career in it. Teddy Sheringham, Stuart Pearce, to name a few. But it was a brilliant occasion. I thought the support that day was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And I had a few come up from my hometown in Bexhill. There, they managed to. I managed to get them tickets, and they come up. And the whole day was probably the highlight of everything I've done, really, in football. You live for days like that, and it will stay with me forever.